Okay, so we're going to learn Rav Nosson about a little bit about Beshalach. Okay, so we have to be zocher. There's something Rav Nachman talks about called teshuvah al teshuvah. We're doing a double teshuvah. Right? We have to be zocher to get to this place where we're able to do a double teshuvah. We have to do a teshuvah al teshuvah. Teshuvah al teshuvah means, really, it's a bechina of teshuvah mi'ahava, right? Because you took teshuvah, you did all the way teshuvah, which may be 1,000 teshuvahs, and there's 1,000,000 teshuvahs, and how many teshuvahs you have to do to really get to the place where you did every teshuvah the way it's supposed to be. And then you do another further teshuvah. You're zocher to do another teshuvah. Another chazak tshuva, another tshuva. So that's changing the various intermittences, right? That's our goal. That's what we're always aiming for. So the bechina is called tshuva al tshuva, and that's very much the bechina of Nosson says of Shabbos. Shabbos, first of all, right? It says Shabbos is bechina boshes. That's the very words of Shabbos, right? Right. Reish Yishor, the bechina of Shabbos is boshes. And Shabbos is bechina of tshuva in itself, right? Toshev, or from right? This bechina of you have to stop all the nonsense, start doing real tshuva, real connection, like on a higher level, completely different bechina. That's a lot of what Shabbos is. And he says that's what the representation of the lechem mishneh is. Lechem mishneh, you have a double lechem because you have to do tshuva al tshuva. Keep alludes. He says also shnayim mikrah. One time you do a pashta because you're doing a pashta tshuva on this verse. And the other time is the next tshuva, because every aspect of Torah is full of important things for you, and you have to connect on a simple level. There's one tshuva and then another tshuva. Right? That's the beginning of the double aspect. Targum is okay, and then you translate it into this world and everything. Lat kesed, okay, that's true also. But the bottom line is, the first thing I need to do is number one, I have to be to a double tshuva, right? That's a little bit of what the Monn is about. And the Chofetz Chaim would say that the Monn, he said, it's very interesting, the Monn had no taste. Right? The Monn generally had no taste. He said, it tastes like anything you want. He said, but if you had the Monn without thinking, without connecting, tasted like nothing. Whatever, it's like oily stuff, whatever. He said, if you thought, you could bring any taste into it. He says, the same thing with the Torah. He said, that's why people complain. How do you complain about something that's in your best, your greatest aspirations? Like, I don't want to think. I just want to, like, coffee shop and, the trough. You got the trough. Like, just, whatever. It's just, this is the bechina of the again, this bechina of the Monn, right? The bechina of the Monn. The Monn is this aspect of connecting. It's like the same thing with Torah. You learn Torah without thinking what you're doing, connecting. It's like, it's going to be dry stuff. It's not so easy. You have to think, you have to connect. You have to know what's from the boy called lechem. You have to know what it is. To know what you're doing. It's such a shud, it's such a sad thing. But you have thousands and millions of times in Torah, and he's whatever. There's a little chabal. It's too bad not to connect, not to remember Hashem the Torah. We learn Torah, learn it right, learn it the right way, learn it the right manner. Power of Torah Lishma. That's the power of Torah Lishma. Unbelievable what Torah Lishma is. Chaim about that. Unbelievable Chaim. What's he say? Unbelievable Chaim. Torah Lishma. Yeah, that's Makor Chaim by Yisrael and Chita. Right? That's what he says. He says if the grain is, if you find a grain on Pesach, you find if it's a kernel. If it's broken, at least, if it's broken, it's a little bit cracked or softened, whatever is cracked open, so it's problematic, it can prohibit the whole thing gets messed up. So if not, so we assume nothing happened. Right? That's where he goes, if I remember right, that's the halacha there that he's going on, and the Ramah is like, no. He's like, I don't care if it's broken. The way it comes out, I think, in Mr. Brewer is because maybe it's just about to be misbaka, or it's close enough, or we're not sure what misbaka is. We don't know what it means to be cracked and creviced, and we're not sure, so we're afraid. So we're more machmer. But he says Chita and Sora is the bechina again of Chita is 22 letters. You just learn this. 20 letters. And Sora is Sharvav. It's the mishneh. So when a person did an absolute, did a grace, did a big thing, these inyanim, whatever they are, and a big mitzvah, real good thing. He said, so, but it's misbaka. The trouble is that there's a crack in it. He said, it's not lishma. So Torah Lishma, there's incredible, amazing things. Torah Lishma is the biggest thing you can do. Unbelievable thing. It brings from the Zohar, big things. So we want to make a tikkun. He said, but how do you make a tikkun when it's a bikiyas? He said, the chit in the Zohar, he said, in general, right, no, he says, in general, it means he did it, but it's not a complete. That's what he said. It's not cooked, it's not on it, but he did whatever he did. His emphasis back, if people know about it, that he's not the way it should be, and it's like, he says you can't really fix things that way. So people don't know that he's imperfect, but he says, no, that's better. Like that's the Zohar says in, he hasn't been this there, but the Zohar says, I think in the Zohar says that Yisum Shalahava is when people don't know about them. Yisum Shalahava is when people, it's not Nahava is when people know. That's people heavy suffering, that's people, no. It's already still Nahava. That's the thing, that's part of why, again, Lashon Hara, you're telling someone else that despite by troubles, you're making your surah right? It's not so good. Number one. Number two, Rachman says Lashon Hara is the beginning of every Jew is another letter of the Torah. You're darkening the Torah for yourself when you talk Lashon Hara. Because you can't see the positive in any good in another person. That's the first thing. That's the beginning of the Monn. The Monn is teshuvah al teshuvah. We have to be zocheh to do another teshuvah and another teshuvah, another teshuvah. And we have to realize that it's not easy. Not easy. The thing of the parnasa makes things very difficult. And having things the way they should be, how they should be, it's not a simple thing. Nachman said that bitachon. He said that people say if you put yourself totally in bitachon, that it's crazy. He said it's crazy because to make a living. What is this? He said I don't think it's crazy. I think it's crazy. Someone who's totally puts up in this world. He's crazy. He's not crazy. Might not be for him yet. Could be. You have to know for yourself. If you're there or whatever, figure it out. People get confused. They don't do it properly. But, it's not crazy. He said, but you can be a tzaddik and also be a person who learns. He said there's a plus to it. He said, because, who works. He said there's a plus to it. What's the plus? He said, because if you learn bitachon, and this people don't really realize, right? If you're really working bitachon, it's something that's an avoda 24/7. He said, you can't work on another midah. You can't work on anything if it's not in the rubric of bitachon. Which, sounds strange, right? I have bitachon. Why? I need to work on bitachon. Just to see this is the product. They very much went into this idea of bitachon is something you build. It's like a muscle. It's not something you just have. You have to work on it. You have to look to Hashem and bring the Yeshua and understanding the Hashem's there and understanding Hashem's with you. That's why the Chazon Ish came to Chazon Ish. He had a tzara. He had a difficulty. He needed to talk to Chazon Ish, and after he was done, Chazon Ish said, a person has to really work on having real emunah. He went home. He was in Shul. He went home. Told people what he said. So then they were like, what does he mean by that? You have real emunah. What's the trouble? He's like, I don't know. I said, why don't you ask him? So he went back the next day. Came to Chazon Ish. He said, I understand. I don't have emunah. What are you trying to say? He's like, emunah means, I'm talking emunah that's deeply ingrained within you. You walk out on the street, there's no taxi cab. You say, please send me a cab. That's emunah. No, emunah muchashis. And that's the beginning of bitachon. At the very least, you're davening. You're trying to make you're connecting. Bitachon is not, it's easier to learn kol. I'll learn kol. That's not bitachon. Bitachon is you're connecting. That's why some people, they don't realize it's a big effort. Bitachon is a big effort. It's not a little thing. That's a big deal also what the Monn is about. It's the parnasa is a big way to push a person to do teshuvah and to turn to Hashem. So that's what we need to do. We need to do teshuvah. We need to turn to Hashem. We need to be responsible with Hashem's up. But we have to also understand that this whole, all these difficulties, all these hardships, it's not so simple. He says most Erechim don't have, having a lot of cash, you usually don't find that with Erechim. It could be sometimes. But usually, the multi-millionaire, it's not necessarily going to be that he's the most Erechim person. Could be he's an exception, but usually, so much cash is not ready cash isn't so available. And you have to be zocheh to be very, very chazak, to learn how to have bitachon. This is another thing of what Shabbos is about. You stop working, you stop doing what you were doing, and it's not a simple thing. There's a this week. This is the week that the Rigos. I wanted to. Okay, not for now. But just very quickly, there's something else. But actually, the whole inyan of Shabbos and the whole inyan of right, the inyan of Shabbos. The Rebbe talks a lot about this parsha. Right, in Beshalach, a lot of big arichos on Yom Shabbos. And the inyan of Shabbos in general is very much a bechinah of bitachon. When a person's holding by stopping, and stopping when there's business, when you tend to lose money, it's very hard. It's very, very difficult. How do I stop when I'm taking a chance? Not so simple. How do I? What do I do? What do I do? It's not an easy thing. The Chofetz Chaim went to a brick factory or something, some factory. And they said, "Listen, what's going to be with Shabbos?" He goes, "What can I do? A hand, it's money, blah blah." So Chofetz Chaim said, "I'm an old man. Soon I'm going to see your father, and I was your Sunday. And I'm telling you, I'm going to let him know. I told you, I explained to you the importance of Shabbos, and you just didn't want to listen, and that's fine. But it's your bad. Don't want to tell me I didn't do that. I know this is not the way to go. This is not right. You got not money. You have to. There's no such thing working on Shabbos. No such thing in Davar Kazeh." And he stopped. He said, "Okay, I'm going to stop. It's not simple." There was a guy who went. I'll end with this story already on right the beginning of Shabbos. But actually, again, that's what teshuvah, and that's what Shabbos is about. And the parsha in general, this whole inyan of the Monn. It said it comes in the rubric of the Monn because again, this whole beginning of the Monn and this double, and then Hashem sending us upon us, all these things, they're all very much connected. Mikrah bracha is Shabbos. Chofetz Chaim would tell people, you need a skula, you need children, you need money, you need a fuah. Take in Shabbos earlier. Hashem shall be zochadai, be zochad b'kayim. But actually, that's really what it is. That's what it is. Mikrah bracha. Take Shabbos in early. Connect to Shabbos. Connect to the aura of Shabbos. That's the Mikrah bracha. That's again, Tzaddik says that Shabbosim that's the Makor of all of these, these beautiful things, right? Shabbos Shira, right? When we're zochad to an aura, the Yisro is not called Shabbos Kabbalah Torah. Tzaddik says all these parshas are relevant. What's happening then is happening here with us. Very, very nice. Okay, why is Yisro not called Shabbos Kabbalah Torah? It is Kabbalah Torah, of course it is, but something Shabbos Shira, there's a song that's being sang, all these things. You're supposed to start singing a new song to Hashem. It's supposed to be something happening inside. It's supposed to be some kind of movement here. Something's supposed to happen. That's this beginning of what Shabbos Shira is about. So anyway, so the Chofetz Chaim, one guy came, he said, I want a bracha, I'm going to America. And also it's not simple in America. America is very hard in terms of Chil Shabbos. Not simple. What's the Pikuach Nefesh? What's not Pikuach Nefesh? Again, Baruch Ber said the Rebbe told me, Rav Chaim Brisker told him, he said that knowing when Chil Shabbos is permitted, when it's B'chai, but when you're mamash allowed, when you're not, it's not pashut. And he was talking about this in it. Like mamash, can you, can't you? And you can make rationalizations till the end of the world. It's very not simple. It's a crazy story. It gives you an idea of what America was like in those years. Mayor Shapiro Lublin was walking through the streets of America. He saw you, it was Shabbos, saw you with tefillin on. So he said, hey, Shabbos, I have tefillin. He said, no, I'm going to work, so. And it's like, oh my gosh, that is so, pretzel logic. Well, I'm doing, but I work, if I work, so I put tefillin, and also Shabbos, what are you doing? You say, see, only in America. This is just an American fallacy. That's the American fallacy. American, very. It's not. The Torah brings the story. It's really crazy. America was a jungle. You had a situation. You had a Rav. One Rav in the shul, right? So this guy came as a chazan, and he didn't say all the piyutim and the slichas, whatever. There's certain, I don't even think the yotzers, the special extra things they say different weeks. Not everyone says it, b'chlal. And the guy skipped on them. And the rabbi said, this is not what we do. What is this? Interest. They threw the chazan out. Another few years later, he said the same shul, different rabbi. And he's like, we don't need to say we're okay in America. And he just completely cut the davening, made it reform. He's like, what? It's the same place. They jumped through the guy out. He didn't say yotzers. He didn't even it was his minig. It was from the shul. It was a little less. Okay, but say it. He's like, that was America. It was crazy. He's like, I need a bracha. I'm having to live in America. What do I do? She said, well, listen. I'll give you a bracha, but only b'tnai. You have to be kiskaf. You're not going to mechal Shabbos. No chil Shabbos. Of course, b'chai ben, it's puch nefesh. You have to mechal Shabbos, but no different than in Europe. No different than Elach people. Not, So he went to America, and he found a job, any windows or something, whatever, and he was doing very well, 6 months. His boss calls him in and he says, you told me when we first started you're not willing to work on Shabbos, and we worked that out till now, but now I can't continue this way. They do an exception. If you want to keep your job, you're going to have to start coming on Shabbos. He said, I told you, I can't. I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry, I can't. Okay. So he went home, and for a while he had savings a little bit. He was working out a month, 2 months. Then he started really scrimping. It got really, really hard. And he was having a hard time feeding his family. And he's like, jobs, but every job he tried, everyone had to keep working Shabbos. I remember, my great grandfather had a really hard time. He finally took a job. It was like, he would have. I met someone actually in Monn this year who had the same situation. Not the only like really. So he said, you take a job, but you work for 6 days. And like Friday, like 3 after, like, oh, by the way, I'm not coming for Shabbos, and you are always fired. Okay, take your money, you're fired. And then next week you look for another job. You start a job for those 5 days, and then you're fired. And another job. And this guy said, and I'm like, really? That happened to you? You weird lady? Like, not really. Like, no, not as far as I know. It's a different name, different chap. Whatever. I was like, okay, I guess do it. A lot of you didn't like that. I don't know. Whatever. I never heard the story before in my life, but very interesting. So finally, he found a guy. He said, you can work Friday free, and then you cut Shabbos. Half a day Friday free. I will pay you a penny for that. It's like, great. I don't care. Just let me not work. It's unbelievable. It's just nefesh. Wasn't Pasha. This guy, 3 or 4 months, he's like really hard. It's 5 months, and he's borrowing, like it's like extending himself. Finally, it was close to maybe 6 months or so about, and he was like, it was Shabbos. He's like, I don't know what to do. He's in shul. He's like, I have to go back to this place and tell him I work. I don't have, there's no food in the house. I can't. So he started to think. He's like, I can't. So he's walking on the way to go to this, go to the bus. Say, okay, I can't. I'll work in Shabbos. It's proof of They just remember, he promised the Chofetz Chaim he's not going to follow Shabbos. So he said, okay, wait a minute. He said, it's true, we don't have food. He said, but there are shuls that give out Suda Shlishis. So for today, there's no pikuach nefesh. I'll get bread. It's not good. It's a Christian shul, a little whatever, what was there. I'll bring bread home. I'll figure it out. They go to Fred. No one's going to die today if I don't mechal Shabbos. Nothing's going to happen. So I can't promise. And Motzi Shabbos gets a knock on his door. Okay, interesting. Opens the door. It's his boss. What's the boss doing? His old boss from 6 months ago. So he's smiling. Gave him a big smile. He said, "I'm so happy to see you. I really am. And I have to apologize. I'm so sorry for taking your job from you." He's like, "What? What does this have to? This is so non sequitur. It's so weird. Such a strange out of the blue." He said, "What happened?" So he said, "Well," he said, "my partner in the business said that you're not sincere about your keeping Shabbos." He said, "This guy, he'll fold. He just doesn't have a difficulty. He got lucky, so he took a job without Shabbos. He's not serious about it." So I said, "No, this guy's not going to break. This guy's tough." He said, 6 months, bet, whatever, some ridiculous sum. That's a bet. A lot of money. He's like, "You're on. 6 months, I'll throw this guy. Let's see what happens." And he said, "We did it." He said, "He paid me, and here's your whole salary 6 months, which is much less than the bet, and I'll see you tomorrow." And I was like, he's like, "Wow, I was so thankful that I found Chofetz Chaim. It's not budget. Many people have these nisyonos. It's not a simple thing. Shabbos Kodesh it's the Korah Bracha. It's not like you think. Shabbos is the biggest thing. Some would say the Jewish people say about someone, "Hoishem Shabbos." He wears yarmulke. He wears tzitzis. There are certain things that are considered kosher, certain things that are considered, they're always in the big, he wears Shabbos. He keeps Shabbos. People, you have to keep Shabbos, not Hashem. But he said those things are very, 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 very important. That was the minion. They're things that they're very important for the Jewish people. He says, so Mela, don't give up on those. Like those especially, be strong about it. Shabbos is one of the biggest things. It's like the os. Sometimes it's like, how do you know that the girl is not interested in this guy no matter what? Really bad news. She throws back the ring. He says, Shabbos is the ring, the ois. To connect, you hold on to it. You grab onto it with 2 hands. Shem shall be zeicher to do teshuvah, connect to the Lord of Shabbos Kodesh.